the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never
but
wear
the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there. And I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment 1 or 2 times. That's the trust you have to have.
Ernie, you know why I like drinking Shaq Fu Punch?
Why?
Because it's about finding the right mix. So in basketball terms, it's about coaches, star role players. Everything has to be working together. That's why these guys can be great.
I can't believe that you just promoted one of your products into discussion of what it takes to become a champion in the NBA.
I wasn't really promoting. I was just giving you a Shaqnology.
That's his 12th promotion. I'm going to start promoting things.
I'm not promoting the Shaqnologies. You know what? I won't say nothing else about myself or any product I'm endorsing. Man up, you two.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls in their last game, a loss to Denver. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So for Chicago right now, McDermott and Gasol, the duo at the forward. Then it's Stoudemire, and it's Bairstow in at the 1. Here's Caboclo. Pass to Bottoms. Releases. Almost, but it rolls out. Amari Stoudemire with the change. The scenery last season was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Here's Caboclo. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver. Can't make good off the screen.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Bottoms. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers.
Big time finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim too, just for good measure.
Yeah, but guys, nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating every now and then.
And Chicago has possession. 4-point game. Nice shot by McDermott.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Here's Huffman. And the three off target.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Chicago with the ball after Vancouver got the three-pointer. Pass to Bairstow. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Wing shot on the way. Shot by Caboclo, no good.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And Vancouver with the possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Bottoms. And again, it's Vancouver with a three.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Bulls trail by 4. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Well, as usual, rebounding is an area he wants the team to concentrate on tonight. He acknowledged the strength of their opposition on the boards, saying that this basically is a team that will burn you on the offensive glass if you don't do a good job checking them out, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that. Obviously, getting better position, Clark, on the boards is an issue.
Yeah, that and the will to get it done, Kevin. They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Gasol kicks to Bairstow. Off the screen. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
They grabbed their own miss. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Bairstow. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And the pass to Silk. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now the feed to Bairstow. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that's never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Passes it to Silk. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Murray, good.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Here's Copeland. 11 points last game. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Murray. And it's Chris Copeland with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Now Murray. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
David Moss. That's his first personal foul.
To the middle. Here's Bairstow. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bairstow's got 8 points.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Count the bucket. And that's now 7 points for Silk.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Bairstow, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Both shots good from the stripe. For Vancouver, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Here's Copeland. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Here's Snell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Fires the 3. Copeland, good.
Guys, you will not see too many of those kind of threes in transition.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the board.
Yeah, they were overpowering it inside, and you've really got to like their chances, Greg, if they can replicate that tonight.
Now, here's Gasol. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Vancouver with the possession here after the miss from Pau Gasol. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Here's Copeland after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Pass to Silk. Dishes it to Orton. Feeds it to Copeland. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the pass to Silk. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Kicks it to Copeland. Launches a 3. Here's Horton. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first. And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity of this Chicago Bulls team.
I feel like we're the hungriest team in the NBA. That's a great feeling to be able to say that.
You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished 5, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how Vancouver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Stoudemire out there with Noah. Then there's Trey Murray. Then it's McDermott. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Murray. Back to Stoudemire. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, It only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Here's Murray after Vancouver got the three-pointer. Stoudemire, the screen. Fires high post. That one off the back iron and out. Well, it was Vancouver winning their last game against the Clippers.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
Here's Noah after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Murray. No good from outside. Vancouver leading by 4. Here's Bottoms, and there's Vancouver with another bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now here's Noah. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Stoudemire, right side. He feeds it to McDermott. They need this. He squares up and sinks it. He has 6.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time. So look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Stoudemire. Vancouver pulls it in.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
Here's Murray. Noah the screen. Jumper off the screen. No good.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Inside. Pass to McDermott. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. There's the dish to Stoudemire. Over to the wing. Unloads. And the shot is good. The Vancouver lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Murray. Now a timeout called by Vancouver. So Vancouver ends up going with a new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Stoudemire with the double team. The feed to Orton. Out left to the wing. Here's Moss. Passes to Silk. Lays it up and banks it in. Silk's got the lead up to 8 now for Vancouver.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Bairstow kicks to Gasol. On the wing, Iguodala. There's Bairstow, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Vancouver leading by 6. Here's Jawai, and there's Vancouver with another bucket. Here's Bairstow, 14 points for him. He dishes it to Snell. He kicks it to Gasol. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Bulls ball.
While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. Look at Silk, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, Bottoms.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
You know, for the season so far, their efficiency really off the charts, guys. I mean, great shot selection, excellent composure as well. I mean, you really can't tell that these guys are rookies.
2 minutes.
1:58 left in the first half of the game. Here's Jawai. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And now it's a 10-point Vancouver lead. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Vancouver.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And Vancouver with the possession here. They get it back. Huffman. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And the shot is good. The Vancouver lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Bairstow. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Bairstow. Vancouver pulls it in. Silk's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Vancouver making a switch here.
Kostas Papanikolaou.
Here's Bairstow. 18 points for him. And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. That's good. Copeland's got 6.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here's Snell looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Bairstow. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Vancouver up 11. We've got more in store for you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Vancouver leading by 11. They've got Bottoms, and it's Hines in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Flip Saunders. Stolen away. Stoudemire, the pass to Bairstow. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Deflects the pass to the inside. In transition, here comes Vancouver.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And it's the Bulls with the ball after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bairstow, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Bulls trail by 13. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. No good on the triple.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it, okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Chicago making a switch here. Noah's checked in.
Out of bounds. Chicago ball.
Shot from the inbound. Bairstow, good. Bairstow's got 22 points.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
The pass to Caboclo. Over to the left wing. Huffman gets a very good look and converts. Silk's got 15 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
Here's McDermott after Vancouver picking up a basket just moments ago. Bairstow dishes to Gasol. In transition, here comes Vancouver. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Talk about some great numbers for Silk. He has 15 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from behind.
Vancouver shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. Torrey Murray, he checks in for the Bulls. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Off target from outside.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Bulls trail by 19. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Dishes it to McDermott. From 13, the shot misses. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Noah. An even 3-on-3 break. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Sid Millar. That's his first personal foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Vancouver.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Vancouver leading by 17. Pass to Hines. It's tipped. Stolen by Noah. Now Murray. He's got 6. Left side Gasol. Shoots from 14. Black grabs the board. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Daniel Orton, he's checked in for Vancouver. And Chicago also making a switch. Andre Iguodala is checked in for McDermott. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 9.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Rebound by Murray.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And now the 2K leaderboard. If you want to talk defense and talk block shots, just have a look at these teams, what they've done the last month. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
Vancouver making a switch here. Copeland's checked in.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
And Vancouver with the possession here after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. 1:58 left to play in the third. Outside Gasol. And here's the fast break. Here's P40. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out, he can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Feeds to Noah. From the arc. And it's Iguodala missing. Vancouver leading by 23. To the left wing. Here's Horton. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Gasol. His last 10 games, averaging about 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, you know, it's been a topsy-turvy stretch for him. I mean, but don't worry, team. He'll be back to beasting in no time.
Here's Bairstow. He's got 24. Wasted no time on that one. Bairstow's got 8 here in the quarter.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
And he gets it to go.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bairstow pulls it in. The Bulls have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half, up to this point going 7 of 14. Snell kicks to Bairstow. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. Here's Copeland. 6 points for him. No good from the wing. Now Murray. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Vancouver running away with it. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. So it's Chicago now. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Brooks is out there with Harris. Then there's Tony Snell. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Stoudemire in at the power forward position. And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you. But you want to do one thing, limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Harris.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Here's Snell. McDermott with it. To the wing right side. 5 on the clock. Snell, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And Vancouver with the possession here after Amari Stoudemire's bucket. Pass to Jawa.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Bulls, Iguodala comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Bairstow in for Tony Snell. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Bairstow. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Bairstow's got 10 points in just the second half. And those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for them. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Jawai, the pass to Bilal, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Chicago calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Silk.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Udo's checked in for Silk. Stoudemire right side. Here's Bairstow. It's rebounded by Udo. And so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Here's Jawai. That's good on the jump shot. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Bairstow dishes to Iguodala.
Well, you know, we're far enough away from the 2013 draft where we can start to get a feel for just how strong it was. I mean, initial feeling was it was a weak draft, but there have been some gems coming out of it of late.
Here's Bilal. Nice work on the boards, paying off at the basket.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Bairstow. Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Bairstow's got 7 now in this quarter.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Jawai. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. At the elbow, McDermott. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Caboclo, he's checked in for Vancouver. And Chicago also making a switch. Gasol's checked in.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Here's Bairstow. The three. The shot misses.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
And the basket good.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Here's Bottoms. And again, it's Vancouver with a three.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injured.
Bairstow, no good with the triple. Here's Vancouver with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Vancouver working the ball around now. Here's Caboclo. Clock at 6. Now the pass to Bottoms. And there's Vancouver with another bucket.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
And that one's good.
The assist.
Here's Caboclo.
And Commissioner Silver taking a bold stance on sports betting. I mean, going in the last season, he wrote that op-ed piece saying that it needs to be legalized federally and basically brought into the light of day.
Good on the shot.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gasol. Iguodala comes in for Doug McDermott. And Tony Snell subbed in for Bairstow. And for Commissioner Silver arguing for legalized sports betting, that's a major reversal from what most sports commissioners Clark had said in the past.
Yeah, you know, I like his open-mindedness, not just about that issue, but a number of issues that confront the league. And, you know, he's right in regards to the gambling. With the internet, people are making these bets anyway, so it makes sense for the league to take a look at it.
Here's Caboclo. And it's blocked. And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here. Vancouver making a switch here. Jawai's checked in. Vancouver has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Vancouver.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Snatched away all by himself. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And That's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Snell kicks to Levine. Another three for Chicago. And Vancouver with the possession here. Here's Jawai. So it's Vancouver picking up the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. He had a double-double. It made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.